Hi, I'm Erin. I was the musical director of Aquapella between 2017 and 2019. I arranged most of our music in that time, and I am delighted to be talking you through my top 5 technical tips for mixed arrangements. So let's get into it. The first thing that really helped me was thinking about the order of what I'm writing. So the first thing that I will do if I'm sitting down to a fresh arrangement is write out the entire solo line with lyrics. This helps with just having the thing is on the page already. You know the structure of it, and rather than doing it verse, filling in all the parts, then chorus, filling in all the parts, it's just much better for your brain to have the whole thing sitting there. After that, write in the bass and the drum part. I didn't start writing in my drum parts till very, very recently, and it has been monumentally helpful, and I wish I had done that sooner. So go for your solo line, write out the whole thing. Go for your bass line, write out the whole thing. Go for your VP, write out the whole thing. It's just infinitely easier, in my opinion, to do it like that. Whilst we're here, I may as well make a disclaimer that everyone arranges differently. It is quite a subjective process, and you might be completely opposite to me or think differently, but these are just things that have helped me. My second tip is sort of 3 like little really nitty gritty things that are to do with like actual note input. So the first thing is to put in your voices, so whether that's SATB or whatever it is. So you have those set up as voices, then go into the mixer. I use Sibelius, so I'm just speaking from that experience. Go into the mixer and change it to a keyboard output. It's so much easier to arrange with, so much easier to listen to, and nicer to listen to. I find the voice output in Sibelius to be really jarring. It's like, just not nice. So I would recommend arranging with that keyboard output. Also arrange as you go with dynamics and lyrics. Someone once told me when I started out to leave those till the very end, and don't. Just do them as you go. It saves you so much time and energy. When you get to the end of an arrangement, you're like, oh, I don't want to put the lyrics in, I don't want to put the dynamics in. You need them there, do them as you go. So much easier, even if you have to go back and change a section or whatever. Go. Okay, my third tip, this is just something that I could talk about all day and that I wish I had told my former self, is to keep it simple. Making things complex for the sake of being complex doesn't work. An arrangement has to be effective and impactful and tell a story. And the best way to do that is honestly to keep it simple. I'm going to expand on that point a lot in my creative tips. So especially if you're just beginning and you're a little bit intimidated by all the fantastic arrangements that are out in the world, honestly, the best ones are the most simple. So that should be some piece to you. I would honestly recommend doing your first like 5 arrangements in SATB. Choral music is mainly all SATB, and it's so impactful and so beautiful. You don't need 6 parts to make something really outstanding. My fourth tip is when you start an arrangement, if you want like an arrangement that kind of grows, be very, very, very aware of not using all of your extremes at once. So whilst the bass part is extremely, extremely important, the bass doesn't need to be at its lowest register the whole time. You know, your bass can be up in the middle C arena, especially as well for your top soprano. Do not put 3 sopranos above a C5 at the start of your arrangement. You are already losing the sort of expanse that you have to grow into. Keep it narrow, keep it in the midlines. You know, if you've got this much to play with and you start here, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? So let it grow. And a point that sort of ties into that is that I think people overuse their top end. You know, you might have 5 incredible top sopranos in your group. You absolutely should not use them. I'm so sorry, but you absolutely shouldn't. You need 1 really good top soprano who only goes above a C5, maybe twice in an arrangement. I know that is shocking news, but it is so true. Keep those extremes, keep them for when you really need them, when you really need that moment, when you need something to float over the top. My last point is to arrange with the voices that you're arranging for in mind. You have to know people's capabilities, you have to know their voice ranges, you have to know where they break, where they sit really gorgeously at. The only person in the group who should have a jumpy line is the bass. And the best arrangements are the easiest arrangements to sing. If you have a line that's going up and down, it's going to be harder to sing and it's not going to sound good. A really good way to test this is to isolate each of your parts when you're arranging. Listen to a chunk of it at a time. So like take the verse, listen to the alto part and think, A, is that memorable? Is it nice? A, is it memorable? B, is it nice to sing? And C, will the person who's singing it be able to sing it? Easy equals good, honestly. So the sign of a really, really good arrangement is individual parts that are nice and easy to sing. So there you go. Those are my 5 top tips, my 5 top technical tips. I hope you will join me in the next video, which is my top 5 creative tips. Thank you so, so much. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy for you to reach out to me. If you want to send me an arrangement, I'd love to give you some brief feedback. And yes, chat to you soon. Happy arranging.